legal procedure. I mean, if it's such a taboo, why is it legal? And women are gonna get this procedure whether it's legal or illegal, and that has been shown throughout history. You know that women will do what they need to do to get this procedure because they feel like it's needed. You know, and some women, the choice is hard, and getting access to the procedure is still hard because, as I said, it's high cost. It can range anywhere from $400 to $1,200, and for some women, that's choosing between paying rent and getting the procedure. Looks like we have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah. Yeah, this Lee Giles.
Hello. I'm sorry we didn't get your call. You can call back and we'll answer. And so, like I was saying, for some women it can be, choosing between paying rent and choosing between getting the procedure. And who wants to go through this? I don't think that any woman that has had an abortion will say that that was something that they planned on having, that they knew they were going to have, that they knew they were going to go through that situation one day in life, because I had already had a child and I just knew that I was just through, that it just wouldn't happen to me. I didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, I guess I'll get pregnant and I'll go get an abortion. No, that's not what happens. It's a careful thought put into that. It's a thought process, and then it's a process. I mean, women already have to deal with when they go to these clinics, people standing out there and showing them pictures of, bloody babies and calling them baby killers and, all of that. And then you're going to put these billboards up and you're basically making minority people the poster children for anti-abortion. And I would like to say that I don't want to be a poster person for anti-abortion, because I'm pro-choice and I'm proud to be pro-choice. And it's like I say, it's not about whether, abortion is wrong or it's right. It's about that woman, and it's about her being able to make that decision for herself without it being manipulated, because at the end of the day, like I said, she is the only one that's going to have to deal with the consequences that come behind that decision. And I learned that when I had my daughter. It was people there saying, oh, don't do this, don't do that, we'll support you, we'll help you, and my famous quote is, where are these people when I need a babysitter, when I have to go to work, when I want to go out, when I have something important I have to do? These people are not there. I'm the one that has to be there. So at the end of the day, my choice and my decision and my opinion is the only one that matters in this matter. And that's just how it is. And our decisions should not be manipulated by the government. It should not be manipulated by organizations such as Life Always. It should not be manipulated by your mom, your dad, whoever, because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to deal with what comes behind it. And so, these billboards, I just hope that they stop. And then one thing I want to say is that no one has gotten in the spotlight and took a stance on, whether it's right or wrong. In New York, they had their billboard up and it was down within a couple of days, or maybe within a week. And I just want to urge people that go by and see that billboard up there, that they just call their aldermen and call their state officials and let them know that you don't appreciate seeing that garbage up on your streets, because that's what it is. At least to me, it is. It's garbage. And I feel like it should be taken down, and I feel like that it's just spreading ignorance, because I mean, it says every 21 minutes our next leader is being aborted. Well, every 21 minutes the next drug dealer is being aborted too. The next crooked cop is being aborted too. But that is that woman's choice whether they want to bring something into the world or they don't. You know, at the end of the day, it's their choice. And just I urge people to just call their aldermen and call their state officials and let them know how they feel. And if you need any information, you want to find out who your alderman is or anything like that, you can give us a call at 312-663-0338, or you can email us at chicagoabortionfund.com. Again, it's 312-663-0338. And the website address is chicagoabortionfund.com. Looks like we have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Looks like we have a caller. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller.
Can you turn your TV down?
Okay. My question was, why doesn't the male have any say in this final decision made at the end of the day?
Why doesn't a male have any say in the final decision at the end of the day? Because it's not his body. I mean, when men can push a child out of their I don't know what, then I guess they can have a say. I mean, if it's a woman and she's, you know, in a relationship, it's up to her to value their opinion and go to them and say, look, you know, I'm pregnant and this is what I want to do, you know. But regardless of the fact, if she decides to do that, you can't stop her because it's her body. And like I said, at the end of the day, she has to deal with the consequences behind that. Because she doesn't know, you know, let's say I get pregnant and we're together, but we're not married. You know, you could just walk out the door at any time, and I'm left to raise something by myself. Or even if we were married, you could still walk out the door and just leave me to struggle and raise a child by myself. So those are all things that women have to factor into their decision-making process when they decide to make that choice. And that's why it's the woman's decision and not the man's, because it's the woman's body. And at the end of the day, you can just walk out and you can just leave, and a child is something that you can't send back. Once you come to terms with your pregnancy and you pop it out, there's no sending it back. And so I just want to say thank you all for tuning in, and thank you to all of the callers. And we'll be here again next Wednesday at the end of the month. And if you want any information on your aldermen, your state officials, the Chicago Abortion Fund, you just give us a call at 312-663-0338 or email us at chicagoabortionfund.com. Thank you.